up. Hold up. What the heck is happening around here? They don't want me to get it out. Let me hold up. Where is my demonstration at? What's going on? Hold up 1 second. Oh, man. All right, here we go. It's going to be a problem, Houston. It's going to be a problem. Looks like it's going to be a problem, Houston. Coming with you in a minute. As soon as I find this piece. Got the piece. And we're going to have some peace. Indeed. See what I got here. All right. See what we got here. We ain't got no music. Hold up. See what we got here. These outputs doing. There we go.
We lost. I'm about to say something to make you not like me. You might catch feelings and you might want to fight me, but I don't really care. I'ma say it anyway. Why most committed guys seem soft and gay? I'm not saying all, but a large amount. Have you ever heard the words that come out of their mouth? Yeah, they cuss like a sailor, but they follow my eye. They carry bumps and wear makeup and thinking it's hot. I think they need to stop. This is a new era. I wonder if the bearers of a war mascara. It probably was a death mask misunderstood. Don't let them D-boys catch them up in the hood. Why NOI? Stop patrolling the block. We get shot by the cops and we calling the cops. Come on, y'all was on another level. The black man was God, the white man the devil. Now the white man.
Here we go. Mic check. Here we go. Mic check. Islam. Mic check. Press 1 if you can hear me. Press 1. Press 2 if it's an echo. Let's get it in. I'm going to be real quick. I'm going to be in and out. I'm going to be in and out. Give me a second. What's up? Are y'all ready? Man, this gonna be a good show, family. Let me charge my phone. Let me plug my phone in. I'm gonna get right to it. Cause we ain't gonna play with this. Shout out to my family. Carl Victor Estate. What's up, family? I see you in the building. The Metunetta. What's up, family? Man, I'm gonna get this started real fast. We're not gonna do long intros no more, cause I'm running late. And get you out the bed, wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out the bed, wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed, wake up. All right. Here we go. I'm here to spread love and get you see what the family look like. I didn't get my phone right, so I can see what the family look like. Get you out of the bed. Right. Think we divided, cause I got a fez, and you wear home, and she wear dreads. Give me a second, family. See what the family look like. Y'all think we divided, cause I wear fez. We gonna be right there. And she wear home, and he got dreads. Moors need to wake up too, so I'ma wake up you, so we can get together, do what we gotta do. We ain't done much since the We ain't done much. Let me turn it up a little bit. We still in this mess, haven't built the town to hold us down. Purple work can't fear. We looking like clowns, never been to the temple. Claim we follow the prophet, but I follow the prophet. I understand logic. People in the y'all ready? Everybody be part of we ain't getting relief. The murder rate can be more. It's just gone crazy. Dope fiends ODing in the hood. I want to share it a couple times. I'm gonna open the window up and then I'm gonna share. Information, we got some nerve. This ain't that we conscious. We might know a little something, but we just run because we haven't done nothing. We lost. Think we divided, cause I got a fez and she got a cross and he got I'm about to share it a couple times, you know what I mean? Let me share it. Everybody thumbs up. Everybody share it on Facebook. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Cause a lot of these things are recycled, family. So let me take the petition down so the people can see me. I'm about to share it a couple times, you know what I mean? Let me share it. Share it on Facebook. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these things are recycled, family. So let me take the petition down. So the people can see. Let's take the petition down. We about to get busy. We about to get busy. We about to get busy, family. Hold on. Let me throw this on my Facebook page real quick, and then we gonna get busy. How everybody doing today, man? Let me tell you something, family. It's been a tough week this week so far. A lot of things that happened, and we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna try to bring you some of this information. Besides the foolery, the tomfoolery, or the pharaoh foolery. I'm gonna try not to bring you all the pharaoh foolery. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna open this up real quick. Now, I'm gonna open this up 1 second. Bam, drop him down. I don't want that right there. All right. Here we go. So here we go. Let me X all this out real quick, so y'all can see me. See, I gotta put that fair use up there. Y'all gonna know what that's all about in a minute. You know what I mean? Islam. I need this earphone too so I can hear you. You know what I mean? I need to hear you. So don't let it distract you. You know what I mean? How y'all doing? How y'all like the set? Let me get the set right. Hold up. I gotta get the set right. You know what I mean? We live. Hold on 1 second. Get the set right. I've been busy doing some stuff. Let me get the set right. Pull it up off. Pull it off the divine. Pull it off the holy and divine flag. I call it the holy and divine flag. That's right. Let me get my camera right. So y'all can see my eye. Y'all get some balance in your life. You know what I mean? See if y'all get some balance in your life. So we're going to get that right. So anyway, family, what we talking about today? Family? What's up, New Black Knowledge? Okay, look, I'm about to get y'all right. You know what I'm saying? But I only can get you right if y'all let me get you right. Let me get y'all right now.
This movement right here ain't
Let me get y'all right. I want to see who in the building. Let's start it from the top. Take it from the top. Let's take it from the top. I'm gonna get y'all right, man. Look, I got Hey, what's up, Mimi Rika? Islam. Hold up, man. I got this new setup that I'm working with. Y'all gotta work with me. I got this new setup that I'm working with right now. So I need to share it a couple times. You know what I mean? Let the people know that we're here. And then I'm gonna go in real quick because it's only right that I go in. Y'all know it's only right that I go in. So here we go. I'm gonna X all this out so my feed don't drag. Islam Chaplain L. We in the building. Okay, here we go. We start the show right here. Let's start the show right here. And I'm going to start it just like this. Let's see if we're going to start it like this. This is how it's supposed to start right here. I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to just look at y'all. You know what I mean? I'm going to just look at y'all just like it. I don't know why I don't hear my sound. What's going on here? Can anybody hear my sound? There we go.
I be that more you gon' remember.
There we go. Islam family, welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV, where your information is truly going to be awakening. I know a lot of people want to look at the situation and be like, man, that brother, he on something else. Hey, it is what it is. You want to tell the truth. It is what it is. What's up, Mr. Black Culture? Peace and love, family. That's right. Let's just open it up. I need to get used to my set a little bit. Y'all gotta work with me. You know what I mean? I got a lot of stuff going on here. You know what I mean? I got a lot of stuff going on here. I gotta get used to it. Work with me. You know what I mean? Man, listen, man. Let's get straight to it. Family, I'm feeling good, man. I hope y'all share this. This show here tonight. Oh, no. Let's get this straight. Let's get straight into it, because I done took too long. You know what I mean? I done took too long. Back again with another one. First and foremost, I rise giving praise to Allah. I give honor to the noble, illustrious Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I give honor to all those that's in the chat right now. I give honor to those who will come in later. I give honor to those who will see it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'll give honor to those who will see it tomorrow. Now, first and foremost, family, I'm going to be a little bit all over the place with this one. Due to the fact that it takes a little bit to put these things together. It takes a little bit of something to put these things together, so I will be all over the place without a doubt or contradiction. You know what I mean? So I need y'all to work with me while I work on some of these things that I'm working on. Like, for instance, I just hit something. I don't know what I just hit, but I'm going to get it up off there right now. That's what I just hit. Bam. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to be all over the place. But, fam, let me go ahead and add this source real quick and show you that what we're talking about. What we're talking about tonight, family, is a very important issue. The issue is very important because it relates to the fact of how our people are falling for the okie doke. And it's only right that somebody come forward and get our people on page and not falling for the okie doke. Now, people may say, I'm doing this for views. Actuality, YouTube don't pay that much money. That's just what it is. Anybody that do YouTube know that. They pay a couple dollars. Matter of fact, I will be so gracious to show everybody what YouTube pay. It ain't that serious. It's not that serious. Like, I got a real job, you know what I'm saying? I got a real job, and I don't work for nobody. Brother, we're going to have these shirts available soon. I don't work for nobody but me, you know, so this is not for YouTube money. This is to awaken the people to what's going on within the internet community, you know, the cyberspace community. That's what this is all about. So, first up, let me give an update real quick. First up, we're going to deal with, I want to give you an update real quick. First update I want to give you is, last night I had the privilege to view our good brother, Pharaoh video. I had a good privilege, I had the privilege to view Brother Pharaoh video. And in viewing the Brother Pharaoh video, I've noticed the brother did a lot of damage control, which is nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. I understand, you know, if you're going to do damage control to try to make sure that your image stays stable, that's good with me. But one thing you got to do, you got to keep it 100. That's what you got to do. You have to keep it 100. Let me get this up off here real quick. You have to keep it 100. And the reason why you're going to have to keep it 100 is because somebody is going to come behind you and actually keep it 100. You know, it's just what it is. And so the brother said that, first of all, he threw the excuse out there that it was such a weird excuse that the brother over there at Black News 102, he sent somebody all the way to Atlanta to crash his event and start some confusion. Let's keep it 100. This all came from, if anybody remember, this all came from this. Him and Brother Seti, they did a live stream. They started off with the Nation of Islam. And when they started off with the Nation of Islam, the Nation of Islam came back very graciously and put an end to it, you know. But then on the flip side of that, after the Nation of Islam put an end to that, they moved on to the Moors. And the reason why they moved on to the Moors because they were going to create, and I mean, this just is obvious. They was going to create this scenario. They was going to create this scenario where they would act as if they're exposing some sort of doctrine, and it would be, and this is an old demonstration. Remember this, if y'all been watching the conscious community or the social media community as it relates to consciousness, you will remember that back maybe about 5 years ago, This started off, this is the format which was used by Black News 102 to engage people into having debates. And I say debates are healthy, so this is something different right here. This is something different. But to engage, to have debates. So what will happen is Brother Polite as well as Sinetta, they will go to different camps and different schools of thought, whether it was on the street or whether it was on the internet, and they will question people information, and then from that a debate would ensue, and then they would have debates, which I'm a fan of debates. I love debates, not a problem with me. But on the flip side of that, they tried to use the same format, but they came from an ignorant perspective. And what I mean from an ignorant perspective, when they came with their degree, they came with disrespect. And so when they said throw this piece of SHIT in the trash, let's be clear. This little pamphlet right here, regardless of what you may feel about it, or regardless of what anybody may feel about it, there's some people that live and die for this. You know, and so when you call it a piece of trash, you asking for someone to say something to you in such a way to address you. You're asking for it. And that's just what it is. You know, you can't come back Monday night quarterback and say, well, why are you coming at me? Why are you coming to my event? And you causing trouble. You started the trouble when you disrespected the doctrine that people live, breathe, sleep, and they control, their whole life is controlled by it. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Come on, man. It's about respect. It's about respect at the end of the day. So if SETI or Pharaoh is watching, remember, the brother Dolo didn't come to your event to disrupt your event just because of some information that you were talking about. He came to address you, and he didn't ask to fight you. So let's not try to act like that he came there to fight you, because just like you said, if he wanted to fight you, he would have came front and center, front stage, and it would have happened. That's not what he came for. I know Dolo. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I've met Dolo. Dolo don't want to do that to anybody. And I don't think that you want to do that to anybody or to happen at your event. So when we start to talk about, and let me answer this question. You know what I'm saying? Let me answer this question. Someone said, your whole life run by doctrine. I said there's some people, brother, Timothy Marvin. I said there's some people whose whole life is ran by this. Now, that may not be your choice, but it is what it is. And those who hold this dear to their heart, or the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, dear to their heart. I mean, that's, I'm wrong way. That's Emiliel. Dear to their heart, you can almost expect that somebody is going to address you. You know what I'm saying? You can almost expect that somebody is going to confront you. At some point in time, you calling conscious people, conscious men and women, mostly men, you calling them N-words, you calling them MFers, You totally disrespectful to the intelligence of the person that you disagree with, and you think that nobody is going to address you? That is silly. That is silly. Like, let me tell you something. One thing about a true Moorish American, right? I'm talking about a true Moorish American, a tried true blue Moorish American. There's nothing you can say about Prophet Noble Drew Ali that make us be offended if it's educational. One thing about a tried and true Moorish American, brother, we have already questioned everything that you questioning. And we find our questions not to be right and exact with truth when it was dealing with doubt of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I'm going to say it again. There isn't, and there was never one question that anybody that's true blue Moorish American haven't questioned. I've questioned. I've questioned whether Prophet Noble Drew Ali was a prophet born in the state of North Carolina. Literally, I wrestled with it for quite some time. I've wrestled with it for quite some time. I wrestled with the idea that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said that this book, that this pamphlet came from the Far East, that the Muslims of India, Africa, and Europe kept this away from us. But you find a similar, almost word for word, in the Aquarium Gospel. I wrestled with that. So you didn't say anything that we did not wrestle with. But what we did was we did research. We did research and find out that the guy who wrote the Aquarium Gospel, or rather yet, plagiarized the Aquarium Gospel from our Muslims of the East, India, Africa, and Europe, from those Muslims. He took credit for it. But even him taking credit for it, you give him more credit than what he take for himself, because he said he's not the author of it. So you have given him more credit. So there's not one thing that you can say that we haven't questioned ourselves. So the right thing to do is to say, I will want to debate a Moorish American Muslim. And then it's up to that Moorish American Muslim to step forward and deal with that debate on an educated level, not a disrespectful level. And the thing is, the crazy part about it is that you have never seen a Moorish American come at and talk about your doctrine about aliens. You have never seen a Moorish American talk about your doctrine about transmuting to another planet. You have never seen a Moorish American do that, because guess what? That's not our concern. That's not our concern. Our concern is uplifting fallen humanity by the way of the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's our concern. That's our concern. Our concern is to uplift fallen humanity by the way of the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Now, anytime, and I want y'all to know this, that anytime, Sister Robin White, let me tell you something. We going anywhere and everywhere. That's how we get down. Come on, sister. Don't do that. We're going to leave that alone. This ain't about no physical beef. Let's stop trying to turn this into a physical beef. This is about information and respect of one another. Let's stop trying to turn this to a physical beef. This is about information and respect for one another. That's what it's about. I mean, that's what it's about. Man, you know what I'm going to do? Hold up. I can't see who. Let me see who up there cussing like that. Let me see who up there cussing like that. Hey, y'all got to watch y'all language. I asked y'all to watch y'all language because my son, he's 7, but he's pretty sharp. He's a fan of the show. He likes to watch the show. And he reads very well. He reads to his class. He reads whenever he pick up something driving down the road. He reads very well. He's very intelligent. And I would ask that out of respect that you watch your mouth in the chat. We are more intelligent than that. And this is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? You can disagree, but come on now. Where's the respect? Where's the respect? I disagree with Seti, but you ain't never hear me cuss Seti out. I disagree with a lot of people, but you can't find a video where I cuss them out. And all of my videos that I demonstrate is all about responding. I have never, not one time, have ever came at anybody unless it was responding. Now, let me get straight to it. When you're talking about Dolo the Moor, the king of the Moors, let me explain something to you. I call myself Sultan of the West. Am I the Sultan of the West? Come on now. It's up to you to decide whether that I'm the Sultan of the West. Dolo, king of the Moors. The brother get on the show last night and say, this is y'all king of the Moors, y'all king of the Moors. That's what the brother called himself, and we honor that because that's what he called himself. We don't honor him as a literal king of the Moors. I don't know what temple the brother belonged to, if he belongs to a temple. I don't know. But we know that the brother stood in defense of the gospel, and that's our marching orders. You know what I mean? That's our marching orders. We stand in defense of the gospel. You know what I'm saying? He's not under my leadership. I can't tell him don't go. I can't tell him don't go and interrupt an event. After somebody disrespected a holy and divine prophet, I don't think nobody would be able to tell him that. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody can tell him that. Dolo, king of the Moors, I honor him for standing in defense of the gospel. And all he said was, you got to stop talking about the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's all he said. And Dolo is not making the Moors look bad. Dolo been around for years doing what Dolo do. Dolo ain't making no Moors look bad. What's making the Moors look bad is some of this scandalous and cheating stuff that's going on, robbing people. That's what making Moors look bad. What's making Moors look bad is what I'm about to show you in a minute. You know what I mean? What's making Moors look bad is I'm going to show you what's making Moors look bad. Give me a minute. Give me a second. I'm going to show you what making Moors look bad. What's making Moors look bad is when you go and you look at things like this. When you look at things like this, where brothers can sit around and sell you some status correction, a book for $74.99. You know what I'm saying? Where in reality, you ain't correcting nothing. You buying a book and you appeasing your little selfish, your little mind that you done put something in your mind. Let me say it like this. You done put something in your mind. You done put something in your mind to believe that if you let these Europeans know that you are Moor, you are saved. You have put something in your mind to believe this, that if you go and change your name on your social security card, that you are saved. That's what we got to get involved with. We got to get involved with those hustlers out here that's hustling everybody. That's hustling everybody. We got to look at these brothers like Marrakush, for instance. Let's start with Marrakush. We got to look at Marrakush, for instance, that sell all these books right here, and it ain't did nothing for nobody. You know what I'm saying? And now, let me stop. When I say it didn't do anything for anybody, basically what I'm saying is that, and I'm going to say fair use. Basically what I'm saying is this, family. When I'm saying it didn't do anything for anybody, I'm not saying that a few may not have benefited. That's not what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying a few may not have benefited. What I'm saying is when you take a doctrine and you manipulate it to benefit yourself, when the doctrine, and I'm talking about Moorish Science Temple of America doctrine, nationality is indicative of our people coming together. When you take a doctrine and you benefit it for yourself, there's a problem. So first of all, none of these people that I'm about to show you tonight would have known anything about nationality, race, or anything that relates to Moorish if it wasn't the teacher, our leader, our brother, our friend, and prophet, Noble Drew Ali. That's first and foremost. So, if anybody using the term Moorish as an educational springboard into something, let's all remember that Prophet Noble Drew Ali was the first to use the term as it relates to an educated construct, Moorish Science Temple of America. That's first and foremost. Now, anybody after that, they need to pay homage and they need to understand what it is to be a Moorish American. Not a Moor American, not a Moorish national, a Moorish American. They need to know what it means to be that. Now, first of all, when we look at somebody like Maracush is the brothers that have that smoking video where they're in court. One of the brothers in court, and I like that brother too, cause I, you know what? I like a brother that can stand on what they believe in. Because if you go stand for that European like that brother did in court on that video, you best believe he believe in that stuff. I mean, you best believe he do. And so I honor him for standing what he believe in. But in reality, that has nothing to do with Moorish science. You know what I mean? And let me say this real quick in the chat. Moorish is not to be like a Moor. Where did you get that from? That would just be like saying that an Irish is like to be what? Ir? Huh? That Danish is like to be Dane? The ish mean of something, not like something. You're using it in the wrong context. You're using it in the wrong context. You need to definitely get a dictionary and look at the context in which we use that. You're using it in the wrong context. Anyway, back to what I was saying. When you have people that all they do is create a condition in order to sell a book for personal gain, there's a problem. There's a problem. And one of the first things that they do, is this status correction demonstration. You see, one thing about status correction, everybody's trying to cash in. This book here, everybody wants to cash in. Now, remember this though. Remember this. It all started with Taj Tariq Bey. All of this kind of outlandish Moorish talk started with Taj Tariq Bey. All of it. All of it. All of it. And I'm telling you that it's not Moorish science. It has nothing to do with the Moorish Science Temple of America. Never have, never will. Never have, never will. And when you start wearing a fez and claiming Moorish science Temple of America, or a Moorish ideal, you're trying to say that this is what we represent. But let's be clear real quick. I'm going to be real clear. Be real clear. Status correction. You cannot, let me tell you something. This is the silly thing about this. You go into a European and you telling a European that I am no longer Negro, black, and colored. Now what? In order for that to be effective, you have to be no longer Negro, black, and color. It has to be a part of your character. It has to be a part of your mindset. You can get the paperwork all you want. What is this European going to do for you? You begging him to believe that you're not Negro, black, and colored? Just be not Negro, black, and color. What you begging him for? You're gonna send some paperwork to him, and then what he gonna do? Then when you get locked up, like somebody said on Facebook today, he gonna let you go for stealing from the Home Depot? Huh? He gonna let you go for selling weed? That's why you don't want to be Negro, black, and colored? That's why you sending them the paperwork? What else? This is your land? Okay, what you building on your land? What you building on your land? Keep talking about this your land. What you building on your land? What resources are you grabbing from the land? You so busy trying to convince this European that's your land, and he's still taking the resources out the land. How much gold have you panned last week? Huh? How much gold has you panned in the last week? How much silver? How much copper? How much oil in Texas that you done drilled last week? If this your land, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said the gold and silver are for the gold, silver, and commerce are for the citizens alone. You know what I mean? You want to go and break law, you want to go and break law and then say, well, this is my land. I can steal a screwdriver from Home Depot. Huh? Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Let's go back to it. So when we look at Maracush, right, we're looking at mainly, we're looking at our brother from Maracush. First we talk about This brother right here. This is my brother. I love the brother. Don't get it twisted. I like the brother. I like his passion. You know what I mean? I like his passion. But I believe that the brother is cashing in. The brother's, he ain't cashing in long, because I guarantee you, Moorish World TV, they put a damper on them book sales. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. You know what I mean? But here go my brother, Shyam, the Liberator. That's him, right there. Selling a status correction book for $74.99. Now let me ask you a question, family. This is the question. Okay, you buy a status correction book, right? You go get your status corrected, right? When do the nation start getting built? You go. How many people do you gotta correct their status before we start building a nation? How many people correct their status before we start building industry? How many people correct their status before we start producing lawyers? How many people before we start producing judges? How many people before we started producing our own automobile? How many people before we start producing our own Pampers? How many people? Status corrected. How many status we need corrected before we start producing this? I need to know. How many people of status correction we need before we start building our own thing? How many? That's all I need to know. So this is lame. This is lame. This is lame, and it's played out. It's played out. It's so played out, you know what I mean? Even brother right here, even our brother right here decided that was it. This is the greatest hustle of all time.
So we have what's called a status correction, where it ascertains your political legal disposition, your limited commercial capacity, and your genetic reference as it relates to your nationality. These are the three things that we need to take on in order to become masters of our own.
Now check this out. This is Brother Polite demonstrating status correction. He then moved on to another hustle. This hustle of status correction is always the beginning. It's always the beginning to hustle our people into this fake pie in the sky. This is it. Here we go. It started with our brother Taj Tariq. But here we go. The fake pie in the sky called status correction. Here we go.
Destiny. We need to know how to respond politically. Why do we need to know how to respond politically? Because there's powers in an accounting of numbers. Not just powers in numbers, because we exist as a multitude of black people, whatever that means. But politically, there's no black people politically. Politically, there is a homosexual. And if you engage them...
Y'all hear that? This is what the Prophet Obadiah Ali calls truth and falsehood strangely mixed. This is one of them things where we know there is no black people politically, but to correct your status, you pay somebody $1,500 to correct your status. It doesn't make you better than one who's proclaiming black. It does. It just doesn't. The game changer is when you become and you live in that reality of Moorish American. That's the game changer. Then you can take your numbers and you can put it on the books however you like. Now, it's fine to do it as an individual. It's cool. But that's not the game changer. The game changer is the unity.
In a physical fight, you might do more time than fighting an average person you fought, because it'll be called a hate crime. And if you say something that might be considered a little too disrespectful to a Jew, it can be considered anti-Semitic.
Now listen, what he's relating right now, right there, is how we as a group of people don't identify ourselves with a common term. That's truth. That's truth. You know what I'm saying? And because we don't identify ourselves with a common term, we fall victim to the divide and conquer degree all times. But even Brother Polite was teaching the status correction out the gate. Out of the gate. And you know what? When these brothers left Taj, that's what they begin to teach. Status correction. This is how weird this stuff get. Let me show you how weird this stuff get. The brother was on Facebook today and he seen my post. Matter of fact, let me show you my post first. Let me pull all this down and show you my post. All right. Let me show you my post. Let me show you my post real quick. First, I'm going to say this is fair use because I'm doing this for educational purposes. You know what I mean? Let me show you my post real quick.
I want to show y'all my post before I do it. I just added up, didn't I? What I did? Hold up. Let me bring my post back up. I need to bring my post back up. Hold on. Work with me, family. Work with me. Let me pull my post back up real quick. I'm going to show you my post. Where is that? Right. Is that it? No, that's not it. Here it comes. Hold on. I want to show you my post. So I put up this post, right? I put up this post early on Facebook to promote the show so people can come see it. I want to teach people that this stuff is a scam. Status correction is a scam. Stop buying the books. Come and unite with people that's doing the same things as it relates to uplifting one another and the community. So I put this on there. This brother see his picture. He tells me that, look, you don't. Matter of fact, let me read the conversation to you. Let me give you the conversation. Now, remember this. Let me go right here real quick. Remember this, family. Status correction is indicative of that you're not a part of this system. You're saying you're correcting your status and you moving into private, not public. I think that's what that means. I don't know. I think. Anyway, they saying that when you look at the court where El Amin in court, he's telling the people that they have to establish jurisdiction. Do anybody know what that means? Anybody know what that means? Anybody know when these Moors say that the European in court have to establish jurisdiction? Do anybody know what that means? Press 1 if y'all know what that means. If you don't know what that means, let me tell you what that means. That means the European in court, they don't have the right to adjudicate you. I'm going to say it again. When these Moors say that the European don't have jurisdiction, they saying that they don't have the right to adjudicate. That's just what it is. Now, I'm not to be the one. This is not the show where I discuss whether that's right or wrong, but that's what it is. They saying that the European don't have the right to adjudicate. Now, y'all just hear what I said, right? Y'all just hear what I said. The brother Cheyenne believes that if he get locked up, this European don't have the right to adjudicate. That's what he believe. That's what he believe. Now, he believe he can break law willy-nilly and do whatever he want, and the European don't have a right to adjudicate. Well, I say, that's on you. If that's what you believe, it's fine with me. But your Facebook posts don't reflect that. Your Facebook posts reflect something else. Your Facebook post says this. Let me move this over here. This is what your Facebook posts play. The bottom line is if you don't remove me from this advertisement, I will bring a civil action against you for slander, defamation of character. You do not have my permission to use my likeness or the logo and branding of my company in your advertisement. This is the final notice, and this post will serve as evidence in court. I say, okay, I see you in court, fam. I've been in court for worse. All is well. Fine, see you in court. Now, let's talk about that. First of all, the brothers was in court at one point in time saying that the court don't have jurisdiction. Now, we going into the jurisdiction that don't have jurisdiction to adjudicate me for using what he put on the internet, and I am only discussing it from an educated point of view that this is not Moorish science, has nothing to do with the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, yet he's going to take me to the European now and adjudicate me. Yet the European don't have jurisdiction. How does all this work? How does all this work? He's the liberator, but we going to the oppressor to try to liberate himself. How does this work? How does this all work? You understand what I'm saying? This is why that stuff is a scam. This is why that stuff is a scam, because it don't work both ways.
Because it don't work both ways. Let me get into some of the chat before I go into my next phase real quick. Now in the chat, somebody said, what have the Moors done for their people? Do you want a real answer or you want me to make up an answer? Family, the Moors have done the same thing that anybody else has done for our people here. The Moors have tried with the best thing they have on hand. But the best thing that the Moors has done for the people is that the example that's laid down by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali set the standard for brothers like Elijah Muhammad. Set the standard for brothers like in the Hebrew Israelite. He set the standard for all those who came behind him. Marcus Garvey was the forerunner, and he set a standard. Prophet Noble Drew Ali took that standard to nationhood. Now, we are fighting to come together as nationhood, as a nation. That's what we're fighting for. We're fighting to come together, but Prophet Noble Drew Ali set the standard. So if you ask what the Moors has done for the people, it's not what the Moors has done for the people. We're waiting to see who's going to answer the call so we can do what needs to be done. And that is to bring us into nationhood. Listen. As I talk about these scams, one of the greatest scams that I'm talking about, one of the greatest scams, the Timothy Marvin. It's been 100 years, but I'm here now. Pound Sultan of the West. I'm here now. I'm here now, brother. I'm here now. Let me tell you what I'm doing, brother. Let me tell you what I'm doing. Brother, I'm asking everybody to go to my GoFundMe. I don't even promote it that much. I'm asking everybody to go to my GoFundMe because we're building a Moorish village here in Baltimore that can be duplicated all around the country. We already have, if you will, the first property that is basically Operation 1. The community center, the jobs, the off, we there. It took 4 months to get this done. I asked for donations to bring this together so we can get an economic front with all groups of people. Everybody wants to donate to things that people have never produced. I'm going to give you an example. If you buy a book from Cheyenne and Marrakesh, that $74.99 plus tax is going to go towards some kush. And I ain't talking about oil. That $74.99 is going to go towards some kush. If I sell you a product, that money is going to go to, and I haven't sold anybody anything. People ask me for these shirts. People ask for my music all the time. I'm too busy working on the ground, raising money, and people that are faithful kicking out donations. But listen, we're going to have stores, we're going to have restaurants, we're going to have everything. Matter of fact, all of this stuff that people have been talking about doing, we already doing it. I'm going to showcase it soon. So after that, you're going to say, well, what have the other Moors done? You know what I'm saying? What have the other Moors done? Because you ain't going to baby say that to me. Listen, Timothy Marvin, he said, what is your law of remedy? Timothy Marvin, I want you to listen to me, brother. I want you to listen to me. The remedy is unity, and we can address anything. Moorish Science Temple of America is not a solo sport. Nationality is not a solo sport. Nationality is predicated upon we coming together with an agenda. This is an organized effort to get us up out of this situation. Join the Moors in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Stop believing the hype that you're playing church. Stop believing the hype that it's about some far-fetched, kooky, cracked up religion. Stop believing the hype of what all of these kooky people are saying and give me a ring. Hit my inbox. Guess what? We can't stick with nothing too long. We can't stick with nothing. If I'm telling you that, listen, we're going to build a community. You know what I mean? We're going to build a community. You still talk about the Constitution. You still talking about the Constitution. Brother, what is your constitution on building something and uniting us? How about you talk about the Constitution with a room of 1,000 people, or you talk about the Constitution with a room full of 2, and the room full of 1,000 people have an execution plan? Do you know the difference? You know the difference that somebody doing, you know what I mean? Somebody doing a conference talking about Constitution, and then somebody have an execution plan about Constitution. Do you know the difference? We can talk about Constitution all day. If we ain't executing anything, it don't mean nothing. But y'all want to be talked to death. Your ear want to be tickled. Your ear want to be tickled. That's why people like young Pharaoh can command 40,000 views, so their ear can be tickled. They want their ear tickled. You know what I mean? They want their ear tickled. You know what I mean? I ain't tripping off tickling nobody's ear. I'm telling you that if we want some real power, we need to get our money right. If we want some real power, we got to get our numbers right. If we want some real power, we got to stick to the script of our organized effort. If we want some real power, all of that running to this European. Baltimore is all messed up, but I just grabbed the area in Baltimore. We going to fix up, brother. We on it now. You know what I'm saying? We on it now. Don't worry about that. We on it now. But see, we need to stop playing. And acting as if we don't like our ear being tickled. You know what I mean? We need to get out the area, get out of that state of mind where our ears being tickled, and move on. Let's get on with the show. So, in other words, Maracush says that they're going to see me in court only because I disagree. I disagree that this book has any saving power. I disagree. I don't think this book have any saving power as it relates to our people. None whatsoever. I don't think any of these books do. How to challenge European jurisdiction? Why would you challenge European jurisdiction and then take me into that jurisdiction? Contradiction. Jurisdiction, contradiction. You see this? How to challenge European jurisdiction. Why would you challenge that jurisdiction but take me in that jurisdiction? Help me understand. Help me understand that. How can I understand that? I need to understand. All right, now let me do this real quick. Family, if you are friends with me on Facebook, I want you, if you have any doubt what we doing here in Baltimore, I want you to email me. Because you keep talking about, hold up, let me say something. The brother said this, the European, let me see something. I want to read it real quick. The brother says something, but the European is taking advantage. Oh, let me thank everybody who donated too. You know I appreciate you. I'm not talking about y'all. Yeah, Simon Bay. That's how family do, Simon Bay. You ain't got to agree with me all the time, but you agree with the cause because you donated to it. Simon Bay. That's what I'm talking about. That's family. We don't have to agree with each other all the time. But guess what? We need an economic central. We need to centralize our economics. Timothy Marvin. Let me explain this and then I'm going to move on. Timothy Marvin. Email me at taharkabay@yahoo.com and I will answer any question that you have. Email me at taharkabay@yahoo.com and I will email any question you have. I will give you my number and I will answer any question you have. But if you want to know if Moorish Science Temple of America is a 501c3 organization, I'm telling you that it is not. Anybody that's operating under 501c3 is out of the scope of the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I have friends that operate like that, but the truth is the light of the world. The truth is the light of the world. anybody in the Moorish Science Temple of America by name or by practice operating under 501c3 status cannot fulfill the degrees as laid down by Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and that's just what it is. And I would talk to anybody like that. I would talk to anybody about it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna cover the truth. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to Marrakush. He's selling these books. These books ain't gonna set you free. That's just what it is. It's gonna put some money in his pocket, and we still stuck as a group of people. We still stuck as a group of people, and that's just what it is. So I'm telling you, family, if I was you, I would, if you really want to be liberated, truly liberated, the best thing to do, if you want to be liberated, the best thing to do is find somebody you can trust that is really doing the work to organize and put something on the ground for our people, that has a political action plan. If you really want to be liberated, that will be the best thing to do. Find somebody who has a political plan, an economic plan, a spiritual plan, and a complete plan to bring us up out of this condition. You join them, you put your ideas with them, and we pull ourselves up out of this situation. You go into a lecture, you buying a book. If you're not organizing, you ain't doing nothing. You go into a lecture, getting your ear tickled, you ain't organizing, you ain't doing nothing. It is what it is. That stuff is played out, and that's why I call this self recycled. Status correction is one of the most recycled teachings that our people fall for. One of the most. I don't know when they're going to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go right here now. Let's go right here. The reason why, again, Brother Pharaoh was approached by Dolo the Moor had nothing to do with, and I say again, had nothing to do with no gangster posturing. Had nothing to do with that. The only reason, and I'm speaking for my brother Dolo, I could be wrong, but I'm gonna take a shot at it. The only reason is that him and Seti did a campaign disrespecting the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the literature as brought by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That was it. That was it. And the only thing he said was you need to stop talking about Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's all he said. That's all he said. He didn't rush the stage. He didn't do all that. That's all he said. So let's stop trying to turn this to some gangster stuff. This is information. And I would challenge him or Seti on the information. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it. None whatsoever. I would debate any of them, anytime, any place, as long as it's respectful, as long as it's cordial, and as long as it's information. But anyway, what I'm going to show you now is that when you look at this scamming stuff, these brothers do this stuff in order to make a living. Let's go right here. In order to make a living. Let's take a look at this. Shout out to my brother.
You know, let's
look at the video.
What is going on, with the minds of people in regards to...
Shout out to YK the Truth. I'm using a little bit of this footage in a minute. Let me move this up a little bit.
And live their life. People need
Now let's examine what Dolo's saying. Let's get past this.
He's right
Do you like to watch drama shit all the time on the internet? That's why you're a dramatic mother.
Let's examine what Dolo's saying. Let's get past this.
Yo. All I want to say is this, Phil. Stop speaking on Noble Drew Ali, man. This King of Moors. This King of Moors, man. Stop speaking.
He said, let's keep it Moorish. Stop speaking on Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That was it. That was it. I don't know why everybody now he want to flip it as if, now watch how he flip it as if he a G.
I don't care who you is, man. Stop speaking on Noble Drew Ali.
He said, I don't care who you is. And the only thing Dolo said is young Pharaoh. Stop speaking on Prophet Noble Drew Ali. But look, now he's walking behind the police. Now, on his video, he claimed that this police is an old man. Man, it's a police. He testifies. What are you talking about?
Nah, we good. We good.
I got you.
Look. Now look, that's a police. We don't care if he's 40 or 50. He's a police. You got excited. You got excited and walked up to him. Now, the point of the matter is this. To go on in that damage control last night on his channel and say the police was like 60 years old. You hired a police. Deal with it. You hired a police. And if he's 60 years old, let's keep it 5,500. We ain't worrying about the police being 50 or 60 or 28 or 29. It's a police. It's like if a person is doing some time and you talk about, oh, that's an old guard right there. Yeah, that's an old guard watching you. But he got the hand on that speaker to bring the goon squad to wrap you up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And I understand that's his venue, brother, but when you disrespect the Prophet Noble Drew Ali or the doctrines that's taught by Prophet Noble Drew Ali, you open yourself up for this type of atmosphere. Why don't we get that? I'm not saying this. Listen. I'm not the one to try to put it on the scale. This is the right thing to do or this is the wrong thing to do. If you start talking about something that saves people's lives and they hold it dear to their heart and you disrespect it, 9 times out of 10, somebody will approach you. It is what it is. It is what it is. And let me tell you something. I ain't a tough guy. I'm not. But you would never see me disrespect Hebrew Israelites. You would never see me disrespect Kemetic brothers. I disagree with them. I disagree with them all day long. I don't really disagree with Hebrew brothers because, I mean, we got something in common, but you get my point. I disagree with you all the time, but you would never hear me disrespect you. You would never hear that come out my mouth because I don't get caught up in trying to pose like I'm the tough guy unless the disrespect come this way. Unless the disrespect come this way. You know what I mean? So my advice is this. My advice is that if we are going to be uplifting people, uplift. I watch your brother call this European every official name that the European desired to be called and then disrespect his brother in the next breath. I watch young Pharaoh do this all the time. Go check his videos. Whenever he talk about a European, he never call them a cracker. He never, and I'm not suggesting because I'm not calling them no cracker. That ain't my thing. I'm just saying. Excuse my expression, may the elders forgive me. But he never called them a cracker, but he constantly called you a nigger. He never called these dirty Europeans, but he said you niggas are stupid. And just because he disagree. Just because he disagree, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have no problem with young Pharaoh. I told y'all I actually used to like the brother. I mean, I still don't have no problem with the brother. But I'll be a little bit nervous to do a debate with that brother because he start talking about a nigga this and, excuse my expression, elders, pardon me, a nigga this and nigga that. I'ma think we in the street somewhere. That's just the vibe that I'm getting. That's just the vibe I'm getting. When Seti say, you dumb motherfucker, let me tell you something. Young Pharaoh, them dumb Moors. And I'm like, hold up, where we at? Were we in prison? We in the street? Where we at? I mean, we dealing with this information or I'm a dumb Moor? Nah, Nah. Nah. We can't rock like that. We can't rock like that. Young Pharaoh, let me come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah, these dumb mothers, come on in. Yeah, young Pharaoh. These dumb Moors talking that dumb stuff more and this stupid mother, this stupid. I'm like, oh, no. No, we ain't doing that. I'm not no stupid MF. I'm not a nigga. I ain't doing that. I'm thinking I'm round way. We round way and we going into something else now. Nah, we ain't doing that. So if we can keep it respectful, we gonna be fine. Man, spit your information. Talk about how we doing this because the European did something and now we following Europeans. And I can show you opposite of that. Show me how Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a Mason and he sold us out, and I can show you opposite of that. But when you start talking that, man, you need to throw this shit away, and you start doing all of that kind of stuff, nah, you asking for someone to approach you. That's what you asking for. I don't know if the Moors look like they some pushovers or something, but that's what you asking for. Not saying that it's right or wrong, but that's what you asking for. That's what you asking for. And if you asking for it and you bringing that type of energy, that's the energy going to come to you. And that's not what uplifting our people is about. And you doing it, and the crazy thing, you doing it for a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? You doing it for a couple dollars. Like, come on. A couple dollars? A couple dollars? For real.
Peace, family. This video.
Again, I'm going to tell you, family, status correction is the biggest recycled hustle on the conscious community radar. Let's go.
Right here is about status correction. I'm going to be clearing up some questions and some rumors in this video, as well as guiding the family to where y'all can go if y'all want y'all status corrected and y'all sick of being 14th Amendments. So would I personally recommend you to this brother saying that he does paperwork? Because he did mine. Right here in your face. You can see it. Now, I'm not going to zoom in because it's personal names and things on there. I kind of spread it out, but you can see this is just one pile.
Let's stop for a minute. The brother says that the guy did his status correction. But now let's remember, I'm about to show you a video where he took donations to get a lawyer so he won't go to jail, so he won't be violated. If that's the case, what's the point of the status correction? If your status corrected and they don't have jurisdiction, what's the point? What's the point? What is the point of all this status correction if you still got to get donations to get a lawyer so you won't go to jail? What's the point? And then you get donations. Let's go.
These are instructions on how to fill this out, or how to fill my names in the blanks, and how to send it in. And this is more paperwork here, family. As you can see, it got the sticky notes instructing me on where to put my name, as well as other instructions. And like I said, I'm not going to zoom in too much because it's personal info. But now I can tell you from personal experience, this brother will do your paperwork. I actually just sent my UCC financial statement off this Monday. I'm waiting for a response. The brother did. It took him 3 days to do my paperwork, family. So when you write him, he might say, "Oh, it takes 2 weeks."
So check this out. So check this out, family. Give me 1 second. So check this out. Now, this is the brother that's going selling himself on the status correction, yet he need legal defense. Here we go.
I'm using Razoom.com. The link is in the description if you want to send me a donation. I'm switching from GoFundMe because GoFundMe apparently doesn't allow you to raise money for legal matters, but this site does. So with that being said, whatchamacallit, As I stated, everybody, I'm about to get his first. I'm about to get his half of this wave to my attorney. Let him do what he do. And then I got till May 1st to come up with the second, to raise the second half. So I want to let everybody know I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Whatchamacallit? The link is in the description to donate. For more details, go on General Seti channel. I showed the contracts. I showed my lawyer contracts, all of that, so everybody know that whatchamacallit, everything is official in regards to what he charged in the price, whatchamacallit, how much he accept up front, all of that.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Hold on one second, family. Y'all see that? I want y'all to pay attention. What's going on here? He said that he's paying an attorney. He's paying an attorney with the donations. Y'all hear that? He's paying an attorney with the donations, right? Hey, family, give me a second. Hey, family, y'all see, did somebody block, who blocked Sinetta? Sinetta was in the building. I'm going through my block list, making sure they ain't blocking none of my Moors, making sure ain't nobody there blocking. Who whacking up? Let me get Moorish World TV up in here. That's Brother Abba. Give me 1 second. Vortex. Let me get Vortex up in here. Let me see. Who else? Let me see. Israel Doctrine. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Let me let my people come in the building real quick. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me allow my people to come in the building. Real Talk, Daryl Bay, O'Mill. Give me 1 second, family. All right. Well, I see. Let me see. I can't interrupt the show, but Tribe of Canaan, I'm going to let him up in here too. Tribe of Canaan, that's my brother. Check all this out. Okay, give me 1 second, family. Israel Doctrine. I'm going to let Israel Doctrine in a bit. No cussing, family. No cussing. That's all I ask. No cussing. No cussing. You know what I mean? I think I got everybody up in there. Let me see. All right, give me 1 second. All right, 1 second, fam. All right, here we go. So, let me get back to it. Let me get back to it real quick. So, when you look at him saying that he's paying an attorney with donations for his attorney demonstration, let's see.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
What you... So look, what you gonna hear here in a minute, give me 1 second. What you gonna hear in a minute, give me 1 second. If I can bring it up. What's that right there? Let me see if I can get it real quick. I'm gonna try to bring it up. I got the demonstration where the brother literally. Okay, here we go. I got the demonstration where the brother literally
Take off that crap.
let me bring it back for you, because I don't want y'all to see the whole thing. It's unnecessary to see the
Robert
whole
Kemp? No, we there are no such thing as legal fees with legal aid. We're assigned by.
So first of all, Pharaoh had a legal aid attorney. Man, shout out to my brother who did the investigation, YK the Truth, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he did the I want y'all to subscribe to Brother YK the Truth channel, because that brother the truth, he coming with that. He coming with that heat. He coming with that heat. You ain't getting away from him. He coming with that heat. But anyway, he coming with that heat. So check it out, family.
Division, New York State, to handle these cases. We are not paid by the client, so we have not been paid. There are no legal fees associated with this case with Marshall Daniels. We do not charge.
Stop.
We do not charge.
There is no legal fees associated with Marshall Daniels. Who is Marshall Daniels, family? Y'all see it? Click here to support young Pharaoh. Support by Marshall Daniels. That's who young Pharaoh is. But here this attorney saying that they not. I'll let you hear it for yourself again. Pick of the scam, family.
Associated with this case with Marshall Daniels. We do not charge our clients. We are paid by New York State. So okay. But as far as I'm concerned, once the appeal is going through the process with legal aid and the court system, there's no further appeals.
That's it.
You're welcome.
That's it. And so here we go. Here's the hustle. Here's the hustle. This is the GoFundMe. But guess what he put it under? Sandra Bland. He put it under Sandra Bland. You know, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Y'all remember Sandra Bland? Y'all remember that? The sister that was found hanging in the cell? Do y'all remember that? Let me see if I can find it real quick. See if I can find it real quick. Because that's what he put it under. Here we go, right here. I'm about to give it to you right now, family. Give me 1 second. I got to give it to you right now. But to give it to you right now. He put it under Sandra Bland. This was his GoFundMe, man. And I want to explain that. I really want to understand that, my brother. I mean, I really want to understand that. You know what I mean? Why would you do a GoFundMe under Sandra Bland? I don't get this one. But here we go. I'm about to give it to you in a minute. Let me see if I can, where is that? All right. I'm about to bring it up right now. I'm learning this new equipment, so y'all got to work with me a little bit. But I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good in about 2 weeks. I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna be mean with it. Ain't nobody gonna get away. Okay, hold up. I said it's under SSB. Okay, where is it? Oh my goodness. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm about to find it. I just saved it. A second ago. What's going on right here? 1 second. Okay, I got you. Right there. There we go. So look, this is where the GoFundMe was, right here. And he did it with the keyword Sandra Bland. Anybody familiar with Sandra Bland? This is where we come to. This is what we come to. This is what we come to. And I don't understand this. I don't understand this. I don't understand this for the life of me. And then look what somebody writes beside it.
Bye-bye.
Turn your head round. Look what somebody writes beside it. Let me show you what somebody wrote beside this demonstration. I'm going to show you something else real quick. This was when he put up the post, right? I'm going to show you what somebody put beside this demonstration. Hold on. Hold tight. Hold tight 1 second. I'm going to show you what somebody put beside this demonstration, which blows me away a second time. And people are falling for this stuff like hook, line, and sinker. We are truly falling for it. And oh, man, here we go. Let me show you what somebody, when he first put this post up, this was somebody put under the post. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no hate for this brother. I'm just saying. Come on now. We ain't gonna hold one another accountable. You can hold me accountable. I don't got no problem with it. But this is what he put. This is what somebody put on the Facebook post right here. It's been about 5 months since I've known you were on Facebook, and this is the first time I seen your SOS fundraiser. Power to the people. I'm all in. Willette Pendergrass. See where that black woman God gets you? Willette is all in. You see that? You see what that black woman God gets you? Ask Brother Polite what that black woman is God gets you. Ask Seti what that black woman is God gets you. You know what that black woman is God gets you? It gets you some money. It get them women to support you. And it gets you not to have to go and punch its clock or create a job. That's what that black woman is God gets you. Trying to tell you. Y'all think it's a game. Yeah, man, listen. Our people seem to be, and I'm not fronting. I'm not making this stuff up. Our people are so desperate to be recognized and identified with something of worth. So the moment that someone says the black woman is God, antennas go up, because they've been called whores, they've been called tricks, they've been called sluts, they've been called all of these blackie, half white, whatever derogatory name. They have been called all of these names for so long. And the moment that one of these schemers come up and said the black woman is God, here come the woman. She falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. Yet, you will call a black woman God, yet you would demonize the man that come from the so-called black woman, as opposed to, if you're going to demonize the man for not doing the things that you think is right and exact, then you got to go in and demonize the woman that's not doing the things that's right and exact. This is the lopsidedness of the doctrine that these brothers espouse to. The lopsidedness. You will point out that, N-words are dumb. You will point out that this conscious community stuff is this, that, and the third. But you won't. But the only thing that you would say, as it associate with women, is the black woman is God, brother. We know you trying to get up into that purse. It's very plain that you trying to get up into that purse, and if they want you in the purse, they will. They let you get up in that purse. I watched this, but man, I'm not even go all into it, man. I'm not even going to go all into it. What this show is about is trying to show people, stop falling for the okie doke. Let me say one more time. Stop falling for the okie doke. If you got somebody that's selling you something and uplifting, let me say this. Uplifting our people is about building something on the ground. Get it through your head. Uplifting our people is about building something, an institution, something to pass down to the next generation. Uplifting our people is not so much about writing a book. It's not so much about a lecture. It's not so much about teaching people the things that send them back home broke. That is not uplifting our people. Uplifting our people is consistent with any other group of people have done. With any other group of people that find themselves on the bottom, they pull themselves up by their bootstraps, they unite, and they fight with every ounce of energy that they have to get themselves back standing front and center. That's what any other group of people do. Any group of people. It's so crazy that our group will buy into silly stuff. We'll buy into Marakush selling a book for status correction and think we liberated. We happy for 3 months until we got to go punch another clock. We happy for 6 months until we get knocked upside our head. So you ask me, what's the alternative? We ask me what the alternative. I'm going to tell you again. I'm going to tell you again. The alternative. The alternative is to come together with like-minded people. Come together with like-minded people. Let me answer to Harker, you have to stop knocking down. Let me tell you something. Sarnetta say this. They say, to Harker, you got to stop knocking down other Moors. All you have to do is write a book and teach the people. Stop being a hater, my brother Islam. Let me tell you something. Shout out to my brother Sarnetta. Sarnetta, I'm not being a hater. You got to understand that most people don't know Moorish Science Temple of America's teachings. Most people do not understand the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And I am the one that if they teach that madness on social media, I am going to combat it on social media. That's just what it is. If they teach that misinformation concerning the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, I am going to combat it. And for Sai to say that, Sai was the main one that said the Moors used to walk up to him on 125th and said, "Why you call yourself black?" He said they used to walk up him on 125 and basically berate him. Berate him. You know what I mean? They used to berate him on this black thing. They used to berate him so bad that brother Sai said that's the reason that he came at the Moors. So Sai, I am on your side on this one. I'm on your side on this one because I'm saying that Moors are not indicative of running around, jumping in people's face, asking them why they call themselves black. Moors do not sell UCCs. Moors do not sell identification cards. Moorish Americans do not sell right to travel cards. Moorish Americans do not sell status correction. You see, so when they do it on the line, where else should I address it? Should I call them up after they put it out into the airwaves of 100, 300, 1,000, 4,000 people? Should I call them up? Brother, don't do that. No, they do it on social media, so I address it on social media. And that's just what it is, and that's just what it's going to be. Whether it's Taj Tariq or whether it's the brother in Canada, it don't matter. It don't matter. That don't mean that they're not my brothers. See, I can disagree and still be brothers. I disagree with you. I can disagree with you, but you're still my brother. You can call yourself black as 13 midnights. You still my brother. You know what I mean? You still my brother. So why can't I disagree with them and they still be my brother? See, that's that European psychology right there. The European psychology says I can't disagree with you and still love you like my brother. That's that European psychology. Brother, I'm liberated from that. I'm liberated from that. You know what I'm saying? I can disagree with you. I can disagree with you and still love you like my brother. I don't care how much time they put in. Misinformation is a detriment to the nation of people. I don't care how much time they put in. I don't care how much time they put in. Bad information is a detriment. It's a detriment. You know, teaching people that they got a right to travel when you know they're going to get bust upside their head, that's a detriment to our people. That's a detriment. And it gives the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali a name that he didn't ask to have. He didn't ask to have that name. He didn't ask for you to associate Moorish national ideas with the Moorish Science Temple of America or Moorish Science. You know what I mean? He didn't ask that. He didn't ask that. You see? He didn't ask that. So if they're going to do it on, the bottom line is, if they're going to do it on social media, we will address it on social media. That's just how it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it's going to go. But check this out. That don't change the fact that these are my brothers. Now back to the next one. Let's get to the next one, man. We turned up the night. Let me ask y'all this, man. We got 107 people in the chat, man. Shout out to CBNC in the building. Shout out to my brother in the building. We got 111 people in the chat. I want everybody to give me a thumbs up, man, because we want to get this message out, man. Listen, I can disagree, man. I can disagree, sisters. That don't mean I don't love you. That's that European psychology, man. That's that European psychology, man. We need to step away from that. Because I disagree with you, you want to call me a nigga? You want to call me stupid? Come on, man. Come on, man. You call me stupid, man. You know what I mean? I ain't going to take too kindly to that. Because I would never call you out your name. Never. You know what I mean? I would never speak. I would never do that to you. I respect your space, and I say you respect mine. You know what I mean? I respect your ideal. I respect you respect mine. You know what I'm saying? Now, once you begin to cross the line, then you already know what it is, man. Somebody is going to have some words with you. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to have some words with you. And the brother say, I agree, only call them dirty Moors. Brother, I don't even call Moors dirty Moors. I just say I disagree. I don't even call nobody dirty Moors, because this is the thing. And then I'm gonna go on to my next slide. This is the thing. The reason why I don't call nobody dirty Moors, and people try to use that. The prophet say, call them dirty Moors. Brother, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you right now. On Moorish World TV. Stop trusting them old statements. I'm going to tell you right now. If the prophet said, I brought you everything you need to save a nation. Take it and save yourself. Stop trusting them old statements. Read them old statements with a grain of salt. And the reason why I said that, because people use that stuff to justify ignorance. You know what I'm saying? What I look like running around calling my brother a dirty Moor because I disagree with his understanding. Let me tell you something. Prophet Noble Drew Ali has a statement in the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, say, as man unfold, his God unfold. So man, God today is not his God tomorrow. Let me break that down. The way you seen things yesterday, you may not see it today. And just because you see it yesterday the way that you see it yesterday, and I don't agree with you, I can disagree with you, but I don't have to call you out your name, because I might was there yesterday, and I may have evolved from that point. And now I got to give you a time to evolve from that point. But all we got to do is not disrespect each other, and we can evolve from that point. But the moment you call me a dirty Moor, the moment you call me an N-word, the moment you call me out my name, we done entered something else. You know what I mean? He said, in other words, you calling out dirty Moors just this instant. No, I'm not calling anybody dirty. I'm saying I disagree with you. I'm not calling anybody out their name. I'm saying I disagree with you. I disagree with Pharaoh trying to galvanize some information to sell. I disagree with Pharaoh calling the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the teachings dumb, stupid, or whatever he said, calling this trash in order to do a lecture. I disagree with that. I have not called him out his name one time. I disagree with Sarai Suit and Seti. You know what I mean? It's Sada, go ahead, man. Man, listen, man. I disagree with these brothers, man. I don't hate them, man. It is what it is. Sada talking about he created a monster. Anyway, let me tell you something. Back to my brother Dolo, the King of the Moors, man. I honor my brother Dolo, King of the Moors, man, due to the fact that the brother stand in defense of the gospel. And let me say this real quick. The brother last night was doing such damage control, right? The brother was doing such damage control last night. He's gonna blame, and y'all know me and Sinetta might beef next week. But I ain't coming into defense of no Sinetta. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna come to no defense of Sinetta. We might beef next week. But this brother had the nerve to say that Sinetta sent Dolo the Moor. That he sent Dolo the Moor to Atlanta. Do the brother know that I found out that Dolo the Moor live in Atlanta? Then the brother called Dolo the Moor broke. Do the brother know that Dolo ain't broke? Do he know? And what do being broke having to do with any of the conversation anyway? What does that have to do with any other conversation? And then to top it off, the brother says that he did a thing where Dolo was in a mask. Where Dolo was in a mask at the shopping center, right? I was watching this stuff last night. I ain't gonna front. I was watching this stuff last night. Dolo was in a mask at the shopping center, right? And he was talking to, he had one of them pullover masks in the shopping center. And he was talking to the European and calling the European dog this and dog that. But he say he look crazy in a mask. But here go this brother. Here he go with a bandana around his face. Now, I don't know how old this picture is, but it lends itself to my point. It lends itself to my point. The point is that you cannot sit up there and say Dolo look crazy with a mask on his head and you sitting up there with a bandana around yours. That don't make sense. That don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know how old the picture is. It's probably old, but the point of the matter is have some understanding. The same understanding that you have right there with your mask on or your bandana on. Don't try to belittle somebody else now. There you go. I mean, there you go. You know what I mean? So we need to back up off of that. We need to back up off of that. Let me get straight to it real quick. Let's go to the next one, brothers and sisters. Let's go to the next one. Family, this one breaks my heart. This one breaks my heart. And when we're talking about this scams, man, this is a scammers gone wild. Marrakush was number 5. Marrakush is my brother right here selling these books for status corrections, treaties, and treaty ain't got nothing to do with no Moorish American. Introduction to Moorish right to travel. That's scamming. Scamming. There is no Moorish right to travel. Okay? Let me say again. There is no Moorish right to travel. Okay? It don't exist. Okay? It do not exist. There is no such a thing for the Moorish right to travel. No need to buy the book. No need to buy the book. There is no need for it. They mad at me too. They gonna be all right though. Okay. Introduction to Moorish treaties. How can you even, let's hypothetically speaking, if the treaty was official, right? How are you gonna enforce a treaty without a nation? Treaties represent a nation. Treaties represent a nation. Treaties don't represent individuals. Treaties do not represent individuals. They represent nations. You can't go and enforce a treaty by yourself. That don't make sense. That's why it's a hustle. Introduction to Moorish race and nationality. What is the Moorish race and nationality? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna tell the book by its cover. I'm gonna tell the book by its cover. You cannot enforce a treaty unless you are a sovereign nation and it represents you as a sovereign nation. None of you Moors, Moorish Americans, none of y'all over here on the shores of North America, Aboriginal or not, have not established any sovereign nation here in North America. Know what I mean? Well, King Reese, I'm going to help you out. Go ahead, King Reese. Go listen to Brother Ben X. Shout out to Ben X. If they want to listen to you. That's good. I want them to listen to Brother Ben X because this ain't that type of show tonight. The type of show tonight is I'm not going to tickle your ear. I can't tickle your ear tonight. I'm trying to avoid people from getting scammed. I'm not tickling your ear. So you go watch Ben X and have a good time because I'm not going to tickle your ear. That ain't going to happen. Not on this show. Let's get to the next one. I mean, yeah, them books are a little pricey. Them books are major pricey. Let me show you the main one, though. There ain't nothing. This is the main one. This is the bestseller right here. Status Correction 1 and 2, the bestseller. That's the greatest hustle since Nipsey. That's the greatest hustle against Nipsey. And I want to know that this is the FBI warning. They don't have jurisdiction, but they say they may take me to court for this type of stuff. Anyway, if they do try to give Europeans jurisdiction to take me to court, that's okay. I just want to exact the Federal Fair Use Act in this situation. You know what I mean? Here we go. And this bro gonna try to interrupt my show. Here we go. Hold on, fam. Islam, brother.
Islam, brother, what's happening, man? Let me call in. You know, old time's sake, brother. I'm done with the banging. I already know how you run your program. No profanity. I already know that, brother.
Right. No, brother Side, this was the only thing I'm saying is this, and I'm gonna give you a minute for this. The only thing I'm saying is this, brother. This stuff is done on social media to mislead the people, so I have to display the contrast to the misinformation, and that's what I do. It's not personal.
Right, but what I believe, first of all, let me say I want to apologize to my brother Ishmael and me and that brother, we was banging back in the days, and you know, I want to be the first to apologize to the brother. That's all.
That's big. That's big, Si. That's big, Si.
I do it live on air. You know how I get it. And my ego is not too big to apologize to my brother. You know, and we can move forward from there. Hopefully, I could get have a good bit with you, my brother. I'm gonna see you this weekend.
Right, absolutely.
Dr. Ma'at will also be in the building. She will be there. A few people I called up, so they're going to definitely be up in Washington. And I feel, brother, that I have created a monster in you, brother. You are now banging hard, man. It's like nobody can stop you now, brother.
Hey, Si, why you saying you created a monster, Si? This is the thing, Si. This stuff got to be corrected. It got to be corrected. That's what you understand.
I was watching the video with you, and you was talking about how you was sitting there watching me and Seti beat up on
oh boy, Sabir Bey mopped the floor with him.
Man, I was in the seat, and I was like, oh man, I can't sit here.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. Shout out to Sabir Bey, and I want to apologize a little bit to Sabir Bey since we into apologizing, because Sabir Bey said yesterday that he was on a live stream, and he said yesterday that he doesn't represent the Moorish Science Temple of America or the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and so that's what he said on the live stream yesterday, and he also mentioned, and I could mess his words up a little bit if I'm wrong, but that's basically what he said. I wish I would have screenshotted it. But then he came back and said that him and Taj do not teach or think alike. Something to that effect. If I'm messing up your words, Sabir, my apology. You know my number, you can call. But he actually said that. And so I get it now. One of my questions was how you can call yourself Ethiopian when Moors say that we are not Ethiopian. That's a conflict. And that's what he said. He said he don't follow those teachings that we follow. So, hey, it is what it is. So there's no need for me to come at him anymore.
But real quick, I think by you banging on the books, brother, have you read any of those books?
Hey, brother. No.
And another thing is, why not write your own book where you can challenge him with the book? That's how we did it with the debates. We challenged each other scholarly.
Let me tell you something. I know without a doubt or contradiction that status correction has nothing to do with the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I don't need to write a book to challenge that. I just show you the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's it. I don't need to write. I got books coming beside that. You know what I do on the ground here in Baltimore? While they write, while they writing books, and matter of fact, you can ask the brothers in the nation today. Me and my brother, shout out to my brother Troy X. Me and him today went see some houses, went see a house today. You know what I mean? We trying to create conditions for our people to live better. I'm not writing a book right now. I want to write. My book will be written and left in a legacy for the next generation. While they writing books, I'm putting some brick to the mortar. You feel me? I'm gonna get the book, Si.
But don't knock the brothers, man.
Si, they can't. Why?
Si,
see, that's just like telling the dope. Let the dope boy sell dope.
Writing his book, writing the information. You gotta understand, everybody ain't got it like you. You know,
I ain't got. I work hard, Si. What you mean, got it like me?
It's up to us to say, well, this brother right here, this information is right. This information is wrong. There's a lot of books out there that we can all go through and tear down, brother.
Brother, the point that I'm making is the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, has a plan. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali has a plan, and that plan cannot be changed. Therefore, I am one who has the marching orders to give a clear concept of what that plan is. And anything that uses the name Moorish that was instituted by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali in 1913 on these shores and give a misrepresentation of what is Moorish, then I am here to say it has nothing to do with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
All right, in closing, brother, I'm going to close out, let you finish your show. I did the same thing with Zion Lex. You know, Shaka, Reggie, Issa, Dr. Issa, they wanted to bang on Zion Lex's book. And I stopped them. I said, nah, brother, don't do that. Brother, don't bang on the brother book. Write a book and challenge him. And that's why they stopped banging. They was going to go hard on his book. And I said, nah.
Man, you know they don't want to see no Zion Lex. You know better than that.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, bro. They
don't want
that book hard.
They don't want to see Zion Lex. They don't want to see no Zion Lex. Now,
all right, man.
Peace out.
Right,
let me get back to the show. I'm about to get you a little bit more tight with this next file I'm about to pull up. Give me 2 minutes.
You know, I'm getting ready to get down with Lord Abba. I might be down with his temple soon. So I'm rolling with one of the hardest Moors that's out there right now. Lord Abba, man. Lord Abba,
hey,
on the down low, brother.
Hey, nah,
he might
hey.
teach you on the down low.
I'm gonna leave that alone. See how you do? See how you do?
Yes, sir.
Peace, family. So look. Anyway, Side losing his mojo when he start talking about somebody coming at Zion Lex. I ain't going for that. Anyway, family, this is just the way that I do things. You know, nobody has to like it. You know what I'm saying? My thing is that Moors need to get on the same page, man. It is what it is. I'm not beefing with anybody. I'm just saying that it's not Moorish science. I'm just saying it has nothing to do with the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's all I'm saying. And I don't have time at this time. I got some books that's in the chamber that's ready to come, but I just don't have time right now, man. I'm trying to build something on the ground for the next generation. You know, if somebody donated to me, you're going to see in 6 months where your money been, where your money gone, where your money at. That's what you're going to see. Real talk. But now look at this. Let's look at Dr. Umar Johnson for a second. When we look at Dr. Umar Johnson, he said this. He's going to start a store. He's going to create a school, right? Now listen to this, family. He's going to create a school. Now he's going to create this school. Matter of fact, let's just go to the clip. He's going to create this school, right? And this school is going to facilitate. This school, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. This school is going to facilitate our young men to bring them to the state of manhood, right? So this school is going to be the one to set the tone of producing strong young men in our community. And we know this school to be called the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Leadership Academy. You see it right here. Now the brother got over or close to 800,000 on the GoFundMe and 125,000 through the PayPal. Right? This is a fact. But now let me explain something. First of all, do anybody know what it takes to really run a school? First of all, in order to get a school, getting the building is the first thing. Who's going to pay for the electric? Who's going to pay for the rehab that after it was worn down or set and after it's set, it need to be rehabbed? Who's going to pay for the doctors on the staff? Who's going to pay for the maintenance men? Who's going to pay for the lawn care? Who's going to pay for the food? Who's going to pay for the medical? You see, when you start talking about scamming, only thing you got to do is look into the details. When somebody asks for a donation, look into the details. The details. The details is of a school, it takes a lot to run a school. You got to have real psychologists. You have to have real psychologists with almost a six-figure incomes. Curriculum, exactly. You got to have dietitians. Man, you got that, man. You ain't running no school off no GoFundMe. You might buy the building. You might buy the building. But that's about far as that gonna go. So I think the brother can still do it. Don't get it twisted. I think the brother can still do it. But the point of the matter is, before you people, my people, whomever donate to something, ask yourself, what's the practicality of it? I put up a GoFundMe for, I think it was like $10,000 or something. Or one time I did one for $50,000. I said, well, you know, it's not about trying to get $50,000. What it's really about is to get started. You know what I'm saying? What it's really about to get started. You see what I'm saying? And so, my GoFundMe, it ain't do too well this time around. But we got the building. I work. I put some money aside. People support it. And those who support it, we got the building. We got the building. And it didn't take a year. It didn't take a year. I got to go and do the work. I ain't even got money to buy paint for the building yet. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm going to put the GoFundMe in the chat just to see if let me see. That's right. I'm coming to the people like everybody else. Now, let me see. The Moorish Village GoFundMe. Let me see. This is the Moorish Village GoFundMe. Anybody that want to support, I'm putting it in the chat right now. You know what I mean? Out of $10,000 that I solicited, out of $10,000, I got $539. But guess what? The $15,000, the money that Pharaoh solicited, he got $15,000. I got $539 on this go around. You follow me? I got $539 on this go around. You feel me? But we still got the building. We still got the building. You know what I'm saying? We still got the building. You know what I mean? And guess what? I ain't got money for the paint right now. I ain't got money for the windows right now. But guess what? We're gonna get it done. Because we're gonna create the environment where as though by the end of this year, at the end of this year, we're gonna have another building. And that other building is gonna be for the restaurant. You see what I'm saying? This building is going to be for Unity Hall, Temple, and renting out, or not even renting out, having apartments for people to come in. For people to come in. You know what I'm saying? Corey Owens, email me to huckleberry@yahoo.com. The building is right on Fulton Avenue, brother. Right off of Fulton and near Fulton and Emerson. The 3-story building. You know, we're going to have 2 small apartments up top for Moors or any conscious brothers and sisters coming through and need a place to stay. We're also going to have Moorish World TV studios there. Shout out to Fenty Bay, one of the brothers that donated, and whoever else that donated. We're going to have Moorish World TV studios there. We're going to have a donation center where people can come and get clothes. I got boxes and boxes of clothes right now. We're going to have a food pantry. This is going to be up within the next few months. The upstairs apartments probably won't be ready till fall, but we're going to be up and running within the next few months. You know, once I save up a few dollars to get me about 5 gallons buckets of paint so I can paint the outside, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Sinetta raised $15,000 in 2 months. You know what I mean? for the Sinetta TV Awards. I'm not giving her awards. I'm trying to create a condition where Sinetta can put a Sinetta store right in the Moorish village. I'm trying to create a condition where Hebrew can put a Hebrew store in the Moorish village. Rotundo Annapolis, Rotund, what's up, brother? Naptown in the building. That's my hometown now. Naptown. You know what I'm saying? That's homeboy right there. Rotan, Bob Waters, H2O in the building. So the point of the matter is that the building is already got. Shout out to Letitia Fenty Bay, Secretary of the Noble Temple. But the point of the matter is that a lot of people, why are people slow to support? I don't know. I think one of the reasons is that people don't know what community building looks like, and don't know what nation look like. Don't even know what nation look like. You see what I'm saying? You need to know what nation look like. And so I'm going to give the example as to what nation look like. And we're going to start in the Harlem Park community right over West Baltimore off of right in West Baltimore off of Emerson and shoot, I just named the street, Fulton Avenue and Harlem Avenue, all of that right there. We're going to try to buy up everything. We got sisters from New York, they investing. You see what I'm saying? We got sisters in New York, they invested. We got a sister in New York and a brother in New York. He's going to put a laundromat there, but the sister is going to put some apartments over top of the laundromat. So we got some investors that's ready to move, you know, but I just got to get the first spot up and running. It is what it is. TahakaBay@yahoo.com. But now back to what I'm saying. Brother Umar, the next thing that Umar doing now is asking that you pay for him to go to college. You know, that's what he's asking now. And when you look at this has gone too far. I seen the video, but I didn't have time to bring it up. But if you go and Google it, you should find a video where he asked the people that if they want him to be a lawyer, then the people would have to pay for it. He said he's not going to go and get a student loan, that the people would have to pay for it, you know. And if the people not going to pay for it, then he's not going to college. So the people need to pay for him to go to college for $300K. That's what he's saying. Now, I'm not knocking Umar. If the people want to pay for it, they pay for it. But family, as the people always love to say, we still getting shot in the street. We still getting shot in the street. We still got problems in our neighborhood. We still don't have that school. We still don't have our own school. Europeans still teaching our children. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And I'm gonna do part 2 on this soon. I don't want to stay too long in, but I'm gonna tell you, part 2. Let me see. I'll stay for a few more minutes. Let's get on this real quick. When we looking at brothers like this brother here, y'all see what we looking at? What you looking at here is literature from a homemade, or rather a printer from Walmart, to sell literature. So as you can see, the Holy Quran is there. You can see so-called old statements. You can see the Treaty of Friendship. You see the Zodiac Constitution, and what we talking about is a brother Taj Tariq Bey. Now, I'm telling you, some of this information, I would say some of it is good, but a lot of this information has nothing to do with the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. A lot of this information is actually in conflict with the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Why do I point out this information? As I said, I just respond. I've watched the brother Taj Tariq over and over and over said that when he was in the temple, the Moors in the temple had a problem with him trying to produce good works. He said they kept on saying that they was going to buy this building, that they were going to buy this bus, right? That's one of the information, one of the information highways for misinformation that we have to deal with and face it head on. The RB Bay demonstration has nothing to do with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And to sell it on the idea or the premise that it has something to do with Prophet Noble Drew Ali is crazy at its best. Now, secondly, how is this a scam? I'm going to tell you in a second. There's another thing that the brother Taj does. He sells these seals. And on these seals, when you proclaim your nationality, on these seals, you stick it to the paper and you send them to Homeland Security. You send them to Secretary of State, if I'm not mistaken, and you send them to all of these people. Now, once you send them to all these people, you're supposed to be good. You feel me? You're supposed to be good after that. Your right to travel. But now listen, it's about 5 seals. Each of them costs $30. Now, Taj Tariq, he said he has nothing to do with RV Bay. RV Bay handles the identification thing. You feel me? Now, let's bring it all together. One person that buys the seals from Taj, but you need 5 of them, and that's just one person, costs $150. Taj been doing this since the 80s. How can he complain about a school bus or a church bus or a Moorish bus or a Moorish building when you've been taken down since the 80s? Have not organized 5 people to go to any courthouse? Have not organized 5 people to approach the bench? Have not organized 5 people to practice and stand on the law which you say you're standing on? That's where the scam is. The scam don't necessarily mean that you can see it clearly. If you could see it clearly, it wouldn't be a scam. If you could see it clearly, it wouldn't be a scam. I mean, that's why it's a scam. You don't know about these stamps until you email them from RV Bay. And once you email them from RV Bay, and then you're going to get the price tag. And then you're going to get the price tag. So everybody saying, show me our Taj scam. Well, you're not going to see the scam. I did a presentation on it once before. I was too busy to actually find it and pull it up. But if anybody wanted, I'll pull it up and I do a recap of the show. Don't make no difference to me. I got the paperwork that he used. I got the price of the sales. Matter of fact, I got a brother that was his right-hand man. Working it. Now, there is no problem if you selling something that people want to buy, but don't tell me a nation, don't tell me that we are a nation and we ain't building nothing. You raking in all this money and you ain't building nothing, or you ain't employing anybody to build nothing? You're not employing nobody. You're not taking none of that money to build a real school of law and history? I'm talking about a real school? Like right in New Jersey? Like a real school of law and history? I'm not talking about an internet school, a real school. You're not taking any of that to do that? And we calling ourselves a nation? Huh? Come on now. That's where the scam comes in. You know what I mean? That's where the scam comes in. Last but not least, family, you know, everybody know about this. Everybody know about this. This is my brother, man, and I'm sad.
But if you do it to another brother or sister, I mean,
I'm sad that he came to this. Remember this brother Polite? Y'all remember him? Do y'all remember him? Do y'all remember him? Y'all remember him? Come on, man. Where he at? Where he at when he was out there teaching the people? You know what I mean? Where he at? Y'all remember him? Come on, y'all got to remember him. He was one of the sharpest brothers that ever did it. What happened to him? What happened to him? People still kicking out. This brother, listen, let me show you something. This brother here, this is how he started. This is how he started. He started with this. Trust UCC's, talking about Trust UCC's real estate tax liens. That pseudo Moorish stuff. That's how he started. And you might say, oh no, he just talking right there. He wrote books on it. That's how the scams start. Let me show you something. Secure party creditor. Crown doctrine. That's how it all started. You teach on the information and then you write or plagiarize a book and you sell the book. So it doesn't matter if we're talking about that or we talking about this. At the end of the day, it's about selling a book. At the end of the day, it's about selling a book. That's at the end of the day. All of the videos, all of the conferences, at the end of the day, it's about to get you, get you to buy a book. And not just buy a book from the bookstore, but buy a book from the internet. All around the country. You see? Because soaps ain't good enough no more. You see? Soap just ain't good enough. Oils just ain't good enough. I can sell you on an idea or ideal, and once I sell you on this ideal, you are going to buy the books. But now listen to this, family. Listen to this. This is the ill part about it. The ill part about it is this. Y'all remember this? He got so bold that I believe that this was a scheme. He got so bold that he said the LAPD attacked him and the female. And he was suing the LAPD. What happened to that? He got so bold that he thought he could come at the machine of LAPD with a scam. What happened to it? thought twice. Obviously, he thought twice. We heard nothing else about it. Nothing else about it. Matter of fact, the sister who had posed, who supposedly had the brace on one arm, a next video, she had it on the wrong arm. She had it on the wrong arm. You know what I'm saying? She did a video, and she was in the video with it in this arm. Then the next video, she had it on that arm. This how I start. This how I start. You know what I'm saying? But what happened? Look at that. That's your boy. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Let me show y'all something that's similar. Let's get with it. What happened to that lawsuit? And what happened to New Covenant? What happened to New Covenant, family? Remember, New Covenant was this great utopia of a community where everybody will be able to purchase property under a certain amount of money. I actually do that for people, for real. I do it for real. And I don't even sell it online. You know what I mean? I don't even sell it online. I just do it. What happened to New Covenant? Remember that? New Covenant is a community. New Covenant is going to be this big utopia. You know what I'm saying? What happened? Family, I'm going to tell you what happened. Everybody brought into it. A few lectures and debates came. He got some money, and he got out of there. He got out of there. He got out of there. So this show is about family. At the end of the day, this show right here is about understanding and seeing the scam before it comes. Seeing the scam before it comes. If somebody's telling you that they're going to get you a house for under $10,000, they might want to show and prove by the house that they got for themselves. You know what I'm saying? They might want to show and prove. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you something real quick. Let me see real quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try to do it from this feed right here. Let me see if I can do it from this feed. It's gonna be a little bit tough. I'm gonna try to do. I want to show and prove real quick. Let me show and prove something real quick. I'm gonna do it from this feed. It's gonna be a little tough because this act funny sometimes, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Let me see. Okay, let me see this real quick. I'm going to try to do it right now, family. Work with me real quick. I want to show you something. Okay. I messed that one up. Hold up. I messed that one up. Give me one more time. Give me one more chance. 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 I messed that one up. I ain't do that one right. I think I got it. Okay, here we go. I think I'm going to. Okay, there we go. We got Google. Okay. Now, let's get Google up here. Now, I want to show y'all something real quick. Hopefully, I can bring it in. If I can bring it in, 6:30. I'm try to bring it in. All right. See if I can bring it in. Okay. Check this out. So what you looking at right now, this is what I do for a living. You see how much this house is worth? $42,000, right? That's the Zestmate. $42,000, right? I'm going to close. Y'all see that? I want y'all to remember that. 42. Remember that address. 42,000, right? That's what it's worth. Let me close this real quick. Okay. I'm going to try to go back. Hold up. where I'm at. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to go back. I'm getting a whole bunch of crazy feed, but all right. So let me stop it for a minute. Now we're gonna do this one more time. Remember that price right there. I want to show y'all something. See, at some point, people need to show and prove. You know what I'm saying? All right. Why I need to go for me? I'm gonna tell you about it in a minute. Hold on. Web page. Here we go. I'm gonna show you something in a minute. 42. All right, here we go. And we're gonna do this one more time. But at this time, I'm gonna show you something else. Get that up off here, delete him. I'm gonna show you something else right now. Work with me. I'm trying to get this screen where I need it. Matter of fact, let me get him up out of here. Open him up for y'all. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do it again. 6:30. Hey, what happened? There we go. Okay, there we go. All right, so y'all see this, right? Now watch this. It says 37, 638 Fulton Avenue, right? Y'all see what it said was worth, right? Last sold at $6,000. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? But y'all see what it's worth, right? That's 3-story right there. We're going to fix him up. Ground zero. But look, I want y'all to see down here, though. Last sold. Y'all see what it's worth? Right there, $72,000 is what it was sold for a few years ago. You can't, let me get this. Let me knock this out the way real quick. We get these pictures out the way so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't know why it's dark like that. I guess I got to put it behind. So right there you'll see the $72,000 right there from the public records of what it was sold for a few years ago. It looked like 2006. You know what I mean? $72,000. But what was it just paid? What was it just paid for? That building? $72,000, but what was it just sold for? I just showed everybody what it was sold for. $6,000. You see? That's what I do. You know, I'm too busy. I got a couple brothers on standby waiting now for me to go ahead and get it popping for them. But the point of the matter is, I'm just busy right now. I want y'all to know that I got to put up my disclaimer, and it is what it is. But I got a couple people waiting on me as I speak to get it on and popping for them with properties like this. But I'm one person, so I'm putting together a team right now. So it is what it is. Let me do that real quick. Let me get this up out of here. So I'm putting together a team right now so I can expand a little bit and help everybody who wish to get an inexpensive property, fix it up, and keep it moving. And that's what I do. I'm not selling nobody on no dream. You'll never see me doing a show about it. I can get you a house for this. I'll do that. I ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing none of that. I ain't doing a show about it. I ain't going to try to sell you on an idea that I'm going to get you this, I'm going to get you that. You know, anybody that know me, you know for sure that I'm super busy. Brothers that watch the show that have reached out to me, I got to put them on hold right now. So I don't do this. This is what I try to tell people, man. YouTube can't pay me. I mean, you know, that little bit of money from YouTube, that's nothing. You know what I mean? That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, so somebody asked why I got to GoFundMe. Let me explain to you. The reason why I got to GoFundMe is because I have a family too. And so I can't put all of my money into an uplifting act when this is an uplifting act that's going to benefit us all, so I can reach to the people. Because, for instance, the person that asked me why do I need a GoFundMe, if you had a business and you were selling cupcakes, you know what I'm saying? I would say, you know what? Why don't you come and put a cupcake store right here, or invest in somebody putting a store there? You know what? You sell cupcakes and your store is doing good. Why don't you buy a property here and I can manage the property? The village can manage the property and you can send some income back to your family. See, this is a community effort. This is going to be a community effort where Moors, Hebrews, conscious people of whatever persuasion that it is, they will be able to move in. It'll be apartments there. It'll be stores there. My plan is to have a Kemetic store from brothers who sell Kemetic goods. Have a Hebrew store. Have them bring a store in. You know, this is what them Europeans do. They do it all the time. They say, you know what? We'd like to have a Starbucks here. Matter of fact, here in Baltimore alone, what happened? Brother, that's not hate. I disagree. Stop calling it hate before I get you out my chat. I disagree. I don't hate nobody, brother. Anyway, I can't stand with people. I can't disagree without hating somebody. Come on, man, grow up. Anyway, in Baltimore, they said we need they just closed, what was that, the Target. They just closed the Target. You know what I'm saying? The Target was closed down, but they brought that Target here for the simple reason that people didn't have what they needed in that area. They brought the Shoppers Food Warehouse there because it was a food desert, and they employed these people, these businessmen, to bring their business there. Well, that's the same thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna employ brothers like Unc that got the gas tennis shoes, and Tariq. Big brother Tariq that's selling the gas tennis shoes. Brother, put in the gas shoe right there in the Moorish Village. I got the spot. You know what I'm saying? Let's put one right there and let's break bread. You know? My brother AOC. I love AOC shirts. I say it all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I say it all the time. I love AOC shirts. You feel me? So let's put AOC shirt stores up in there. Matter of fact, let's get one store and let's put all of our shirts in there, where anybody on the East Coast from DC, Baltimore, passing through, come through the Moorish Village, they can grab some t-shirts. They ain't got to go online and troll. You know what I mean? They can come to the Moorish Village and get a good meal. You see? They can put the Jamaican spot up in there. We have a whole community. Centralize our economy on the ground. That's what the Moorish Village is all about. So anybody that don't want to donate to the Moorish Village, it's okay. I would hope you would, but this is a community effort. This is a community effort. And we're talking about within the next 3 years, this thing is going to be in full swing. This year, the goal is to have two businesses. The goal is to have two businesses in the headquarters running smoothly. Next year, it's 4. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. And if somebody asking you to support something and they're not producing, come on, man. How long is it going to take to produce something on the ground for the next generation? I mean, how long? The book, they can't eat the book. They can eat the book metaphorically, but they can't eat that book. Man, we need jobs. But we need jobs for us. We need jobs for us. You feel me? We need jobs for us. We need to work for us. We need to stop saying I need to get a job. And our first thing that comes to mind is looking for a European to hire us. We need to start landscaping companies. That's where my heart is at. That's where my heart is at. Man, my heart ain't into YouTube. I do YouTube and I do it good. I think. But I do YouTube just to get through to people so we can get to the situation at hand. And the situation at hand, that we that are conscious need to be conscious of the fact that we need to live together, we need to work together, we need to eat together, we need to unite with each other, and we need to create a political bloc and agenda to bring forth the solutions that we desire. And stop waiting for the school not to have heat and then sitting up there knocking on City Hall door. We need to be controlling all of that. That's what gets me wrong, gets me upset about this sovereign idea. This sovereign idea trying to say that you're not associated, but you're still begging them to accept you. I'm telling you, let's unite our numbers together and change the whole condition. Change it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let's unite together on the ground and change our condition. Stop letting people lead you to believe that this Fez is some cult. Stop letting people lead you to believe that the Moorish Science Temple of America is some crazy religion and we running around singing Kumbaya, save me by the way of a nationality. It's the application of the nationality that's going to save you and us. The application of unity, the application of nation. That's what it's all about. That's the problem I have with if we're talking about Taj Tariq. They're not uniting anybody to move as a solid unit. You feel me? This is the problem I have with the Canaan Moors. They talking this stuff online, calling each other dirty Moors, but they not uniting and creating an agenda to move as a solid unit. We got a political plan. We got an economic plan. We got a building plan. We got an educational plan. Baltimore, Maryland, Noble Temple 22. We got a plan. Come join the plan. And you don't have to be here to join the plan. I mean, you don't have to be here to join the plan. We're trying to create millionaires within the next 5 years. We're trying to create wealth, long-standing wealth. We're trying to create something to pass down to the next generation. So that's the point of this show. The point of this show is stop letting the scammers get you. Stop letting the scammers get you. They not building nothing. They claiming that they teaching, but they not building nothing. What are they teaching you if you ain't eating? I mean, what do they teach you if they ain't eating? Man, I ain't trying to hear nothing you gotta say if I'm hungry. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Man, holler at me, man. TaharkaBay@yahoo.com, man. Holler at me, man. You know what I mean? Anybody in here that got a few dollars, man, send me some money for some paint or something. Help your brother out. We gotta make headquarters look good the first week of May. I mean, you gotta make the headquarters look good. I'm tired of loading drywalls. Shout out to my brother Corey. I was working with him today. Good goodness, man. Corey went from he want me putting a door for him. Next thing you know, he want me to do reconstruct the whole door, wood up the door. Oh my goodness, Corey had me put it in. But hey, I need to get this building right. I need to get this building right. You know what I'm saying? So, in other words, family, don't let the scammers get you. If Taj Tariq haven't bought one building in 20 years, it might not be a nation building project. I mean, it may not be a nation building project. If he been around since the 80s talking this same stuff and not one building to teach what he teach has been erected, it might be an issue right there. That's all I'm saying. It might be an issue. Since the 90s and this is 2018, and not one building with a sign on it say School of Law and History. Not one. It might be an issue there. Call me hating on somebody. Call it what you want. It might be an issue. If young Pharaoh said he's going to put a daycare in every state of the United States and he's a convicted felon, it might be an issue right there. It might be an issue. Do he even know how to run a business? What's his qualification? Do he know the requirements to run a daycare from state to state? You know every state have different laws. Do you know the operational costs that it takes to run a daycare? What's your medical training? You're going to hire somebody? How much finance you got to hire somebody? You better start thinking. Brother Polite, he done moved on. He done moved on to scamming the stars now. I mean, he done moved on to scamming the stars now. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He might take your little $2,000 here and now and then if you want him to take it. But he done moved on to scamming the stars now. It's a whole new day. You know what I mean? So you ain't got to worry about Brother Polite for the most part. You know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about that. You know what I mean? Who else? Brother Umar, he doing what he do. He do what he do. He gonna keep on asking for a donation for the next mission. It is what it is. Mr. CJT the Great, I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what you talking about, brother. We know who you work for. I work for myself. What are you talking about? Well, I got hoods that can vouch for me, brother. Temples that can vouch for me. I work for myself. What are you talking about? I mean, I can bring a whole hood on camera. One day I'm gonna bring Moorish World TV in the hood. Bring the whole hood on camera. You know what I mean? I work for. You know what I mean? Well, I'm telling you what, long as the people on the ground, you know what I mean? Long as the people on the ground respect me, I'm not tripping about this social media stuff. Long as the people on the ground respect me, man, shoot. Long as my people that I love respect me on the ground, that love me, I love them, they respect me, man. I'm not worrying about, you know what I mean? I'm not worried about this. You know what I mean? You can say I work for Sidnetta. I wish Sidnetta cut the check then. If I work for Sidnetta. Sidnetta ain't cut the check yet. Tell me I work for some Sidnetta. Got to be crazy. You from LT? Where you at there, Mr. CJ the Great? If you from LT, I hope they don't mean Lexington Terrace. Holler at me. Tell everybody, holler at me. I mean, but the point of the matter is, last but not least, if you see people talking a lot of drama and saying that they're doing this and that, if they haven't built nothing in their own community, nine times out of 10, they on a mission to scam. 9 times out of 10. I mean, it is what it is. And I'm going to take y'all out here with something like this. Because I got my stuff right, man. You know what I mean? I got my stuff right. Y'all got to watch out for them hoteppers. You know what I mean? Y'all got to watch out for them hoteppers. Let me see. Let's go out like this.
Yeah. Islam. I'm trying to be your friend, man. Trying to be your friend, bro. Help me out.
Hold on. Hold on. I gotta stop this. Let me stop this. Hold on.
Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like
me. Let me stop this. This brother tripping. Hold on. Hey, brother, did you just say I need to go to Pimlico carry out for you? Hey, bro. Bro, you must be seeing me somewhere. You know I don't live too far from there, right? Hey, bro. I need to go Pimlico carry out. Hey, bro, you know I live over west, right? Yeah. Hey, yo, you gotta be from Baltimore, you know, Pimlico carry out. Yeah, bro. Bro, that made me laugh. That made my day. Hey, But yeah, man, y'all might see me, man. Y'all might see me anywhere in the city, man. I'm always working, man. You always gonna see me with my work truck, or I might be in my car. You gonna see me around. That man ain't hard to find, man. Shout out to the family, man. Holler at me, man. Take a picture with a brother, man. Let's show the people what we do. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Hey, brother. Oh, all right, bro. I thought you was at Pivot. Hey, brother, you know it's rough around there. When you hey, look, let me tell you a story real quick. Let me tell you a story. Shout out to my brother Unc, right? My Unc, right? He said he was from around that area, right? From up Park Heights. So I go around there one day. Unc had me mad because Unc tried to shine on me with the camera on, right? I ain't know he had the camera on. He tried to shine on me, right? And so I never uploaded the video, right? But anyway, right? So I go around there asking people, do they know Unc? Don't nobody know Unc. I'm like, man, Unc ain't from here. Unc from there, but he from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, don't nobody know you around there, man. More people know me than they know you. You know what I'm saying? Unc try to shine on me, right? On some old stuff. So look, Unc get on the phone, right? He call his homeboy, right? So I never remember this. He got on the phone, right? This off cam. He called his old boy. He was like, tell him I'm from Pimlico. Tell him I'm from Pimlico. And so the man like, yeah, he from around there, blase. I was like, where? He was like, oh, Shirley. I was like, man, you ain't from no Shirley Avenue, blase, right? So the brother on the phone, like, he's like, bruh, ain't you the brother that do the home improvement, got the temple such and such? I was like, yeah, that's me. He was like, yeah, Unc, that's my man. Man, they'll begin to have a conversation. Shout out to Park Heights, man. Shout out to Park Heights, man. Park Heights be doing it big. Man, rest in peace to the I think the sister got shot over there recently. You know, that's why we gotta clean that's why we gotta clean up our neighborhoods and create a condition. You know what I mean? We got to create a condition where our people won't be getting shot, that we can police our own neighborhoods, that we can do the things that's necessary to create a good environment for our people, man. Donate to the Moorish Village if you can. In the box, it'll be down at the bottom if you can. Peace and love, fam. There we go. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Islam. I'm trying to be your friend, man. Trying to be your friend, bro.
So, family, we out here, family.
Meet me halfway. Come on. I wanna be your friend.
Peace and love.
Let me be your friend. Peace and love.
Hold up.
I said you ain't never met a more like me.
Hey.
And you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. Now let me be your friend.
Can I get a thumbs up? Can I get a thumbs up from everybody? I appreciate it. Islam. Ever gonna meet one again? I wanna be your friend.
Peace and love.
Let me be your friend.
Peace and love. Hey yo, I used to be a
thug
thug until I met the prophet. Now I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom. Till I return to Allah. One day we gon' meet him.
I'm all about justice. That's the focus of the message. Sometimes Asiatics make me wanna forget the lesson. Hey.
All up in my passion from all the Moorish passion.
Yeah.
All things considered, I start laughing. A grown man with a ponytail. Another
Shout out, family.
And he all pale. I mean, for real, this is what it comes to.
Shout out to Letitia 50 Big, Secretary of the Noble Temple, Baltimore, Maryland. Temple number 22. On deck. That's how we do. Peace and love.